This is going to be a super quick video today. I am waiting on company. Company's coming again. Our grandson left Sunday. Today is Tuesday morning. And our granddaughter and her friend Mel is coming right afternoon today. So I wanted to squeeze in a really quick video that I've been thinking about doing for a while. But first, let me tell you about our granddaughter and Mel. Now, you've heard me talk about our granddaughter. She's our oldest, and she's in her late 20s. She's single, footloose, fancy-free, lives in Austin, and her friend Mel is coming with her. Now, many of you are going to remember Mel. Mel is her dear friend who was in that horrible fire this past year, and we did a GoFundMe for Mel to help her with all of her living expenses and her bills. And I know many of you donated to Mel, and how wonderful that is. Our granddaughter and her parents actually invited Mel to spend Christmas with them this past year, and we invited her to come with Danny, our granddaughter. So Mel suffered burns mainly on her arms, and pretty severe burns. So we're excited to meet her finally and have her here. They're going to be here for almost a week, so I have a feeling it's going to be a busy week. They're young, and oh my gosh, those were the days. We know, don't we? So we're going to give them a key to the house, and we're going to make sure that there's plenty of food here, and we're going to entertain them and be around them when they want to spend time with us, but we're just letting them be able to have a good vacation and do what they want to do. So we're excited about seeing them. They're going to be here almost a week. But I wanted to show you some things and tell you about some things. I wanted to pause the video right here because one of the first things that Mel asked me when they got here was would I do a little video with her where she could actually thank all of you who donated to the GoFundMe after her accident. And she just was so grateful, and she wanted to express that to you. I, of course, told her yes, and we did that. And if you didn't see that video, I am going to link it below in the description bar. Many of you asked in the comments from that video if you could donate again to her GoFundMe. Some of you asked if you could donate for the first time because her medical bills are not going to stop, and her day-to-day bills. She started her big girl job, which she's so proud of, and I think she's doing great with. But I'm going to also list the link to the GoFundMe just in case any of you want to donate again or donate for the first time. We appreciate it more than you'll ever know. She's a beautiful young woman with a great attitude, and you'll see that when you see the video. But I mentioned in my last video where we did the new doll tin makeup, and I want to tell you something about this also, but it was that video I showed you my nails, my new nails, and so many of you asked about this that I thought I would go ahead and tell you about it. I'm not going to do a demonstration or a how-to on how to do it because I'm telling you it's the easiest thing in the world. And these nails, and I hope you can see them, are almost a week, and they still look great. They look great. So I want to get rid of a couple of other things I want to tell you about, and then I'll show you what I'm using on my nails, and I love it because I truly did break up with my nail salon. I really did, and I'll tell you why. Okay, here we go again. As it's turned out, so many of you asked about the nails, and you actually wanted to see me do it. I've already filmed it, so it will be my very next video, but I'm going to tell you why I broke up with my nail salon and what I found, why I love it so much, and I'm actually going to show you how easy it is to apply those nails. So that will be my next video. We'll just go ahead and talk about the Doll 10 foundation. I want you to know that I am loving this. When I tried it in the video, it was a first time. It was the first time I'd used it, so I didn't know if I was going to like it or not. I do like it. One of the things that I like so much about it is that it dries down almost instantly. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it below in the description box. But it dries down almost instantly, and I loved the finish that it gave and the coverage. Oh my goodness, I do not need to wear a concealer with this. Well, you saw in the video how it covers. Two things about it that I've discovered in wearing it every day since. Number one, the color is off for me. I ordered the light medium, and it's just too light. I can work with it, but I'm darker right now, so it's just too light. I've always worn medium, and I don't know, this past year, I just sort of switched to the light medium in most foundations, and it's been fine, but this was just a little bit too light for me in the light medium. I definitely need a medium. Also, one thing I've noticed, now my skin has always been very normal. And as I'm truly aging, my skin is leaning a little bit toward dry. So what I've noticed with this, especially that first time I used it, later in the day, I realized that my skin felt dry. It almost looked dry, just almost. So what I started doing is just putting on some extra moisturizer, something that was really emollient, and it could be anything. I mean, I used what I was going to use originally, and then it was like I put an extra layer on just to get more moisture. And moisturizer doesn't put moisture in your skin. It keeps the moisture that's in your skin. But just putting something else on has really helped that dry look, or that dry feeling that I was feeling. It wasn't pulling my skin or tight, didn't settle into wrinkles any more than anything else I've ever used. But I just could tell that it had a little bit of a dryness, but just adding the extra moisturizer really helped it. It fixed it completely. This is probably going to wind up being one of my favorite all-time foundations. I hope she continues to carry it. I hope a lot of other people like it too, so that I never have to worry about getting it if I want it, but I really do like it. So that's the Doll 10. And if you haven't seen that video, go watch it, because it was only Doll 10 product on my whole face. I haven't done that in a while. The next thing I wanted to tell you about is I got some new house shoes, some new house slippers, I'll call them. I only wear house shoes in the house, and I'm the worst about it too. I tell you, I buy a pair and I wear them until I wear them out. I wear them every day. When I come in, I take my outdoor shoes off, put my whatever house slippers I'm wearing on, and I wear them until I leave the house again. And about 2 weeks ago, I was really in need of replacing my house shoes. I'm going to call them house shoes. And so I got on Amazon, because I knew that would be easy. I've ordered a few different pairs on there, and they work fine. And I saw these particular house shoes. Aside from being so cute, they are so comfortable. And this is what they look like. They have it's like a rubber sole. They're memory foam inside, and they are super, super soft. There's a bit of a arch support there, not a whole lot. I have a very high instep, These work fine. They have a Velcro across here, so you can adjust them to fit your foot. Now, aside from having a really high arch, I have a very narrow foot. So I love the fact that I can adjust these a little bit further and they fit my foot. Now, I always read reviews on everything I buy online. And this particular pair had the Amazon warning that they were frequently returned. But yet they were like 4.5 stars, if I remember correctly. So I started reading the reviews, and I couldn't get down far enough to read a bad review. Some people in the reviews did say that they had a very wide foot and they didn't work for their wide foot. So maybe that was why they were frequently returned. Because of the width that wouldn't accommodate their foot. There were a few people that I read that said that they didn't feel like it had enough of an arch support. The shoes I've always ordered and bought in the past, the house shoes, have no arch support at all. So this having an arch support was a real treat for me. But I ordered this particular pair in this color combination because they were so cute. And I want to say these were about $13. So these came in, I opened the box, I immediately put them on, and I felt like I was in heaven. It was like walking on air from the memory foam. And I told Jim, listen, I'm going to order another pair of these while I can get them. And I immediately went and ordered another pair. And this, I haven't worn these yet, but this is the pair I ordered. Just same shoe, different color. They came in, I believe, maybe 3, maybe 4 print colors and a couple of solids. I'm sure that with this being memory foam, and this is not super thick, I'm quite sure I'm going to wear these out really fast. They're not going to last too extremely long because I wear them so much. I wear them constantly in the house. So I know, in fact, I may go back and order yet another pair because they're just so inexpensive. I love them. I can't say enough good things about them. Just the comfort of them for me. They really fit my foot. So if you like house shoes, I think I said this, but I feel like they're going to not last too terribly long because the memory foam is not super thick. But it is soft, and they have traction on the bottom. When I went back to order these were a different price. So you know on Amazon, sometimes different colors have different prices. Who knows? Don't hold me to the price. I may have paid $1 more for these. I don't know. I love both colors, but I especially love this green color. These are just so much fun. I'll have those listed too below this video. Or in the very first comment, if you go like you're going to leave me a comment, and I hope you will, by the way, leave a comment, but just right at the very top of the comment section, where you start reading comments and you can write one, look at that very first comment and it will have all of the information. By the way, all the makeup I'm wearing today is the makeup I wore from the Doll 10 video, except for my lips. And I have a Bare Minerals product, lip pencil and gloss on my lips. So that's the only thing different makeup-wise. All right, I've done that. We've talked about the foundation. I have my little list. We've talked about the foundation. We've talked about the house shoes. The last thing that I want to mention to you is buyer beware. Maybe you saw that in the thumbnail or in the title of this video, because I had something happen that I've been meaning to tell you about. And I just want to make you aware of it, that it happened to me, so that you'll know when you order things online to be a little bit extra cautious when it comes to what you're paying, because as you're going to see, it can be very deceiving. So this was back in May, and I remember because I have the invoice here, but it was back in May, and there was a dress that was all over the internet, and it still is, by the way. It was everywhere. It was on social media. It was on Instagram. It was on Facebook. It was showing up in ads everywhere all the time, and it was so cute. I thought, I have to have that dress. So I went to look at it, and I'll show it to you. You can you can sort of see it. Do you remember this? Have you seen it? This is the cutest summer dress. All right. So I went to the website, and I'm going to show you my invoice here for just a second. But I will tell you that the dress said that it was selling for $37.99 right there. Fine. That's good. Okay. Now, by the way, nowhere did it indicate that this was coming from China. Nowhere. Probably should have assumed it, but I've ordered other things that didn't. So, so I used PayPal to pay for it. And by the way, there's a PayPal address there, but that's the vendor PayPal, not mine. But I've covered up my information. But it sold for $37.99. And I thought, okay, that's great. I was surprised that it was only $37.99, to be honest with you. And I did, as I said, I put in my PayPal information. It showed a $9.99 shipping fee. And honestly, I didn't think anything about that. I mean, shipping, I thought that was real reasonable. I didn't question it. That was it. I thought that was my total charge. When the dress came in, I just happened to look at the invoice, and it had that the total dress, it had a charge for tax, $12.47 tax on a $37.99 dress. So basically $13 on a $40 dress for tax that I didn't know about. And then there was a $1.90 insurance that I did not know about. Nowhere did it say anything. So that $40 dress wound up costing me $62.35. Now, that's the first time this has happened to me. I don't want anybody to get political over this, because I don't know that that's what that is. I don't know if it's, a tariff, a way of offsetting a tariff. I don't know what it is. But here's what I will say is shame on me. Now, I love that dress. I've worn that dress twice. And you cannot imagine how many compliments I've gotten on that dress. A lot. I don't regret buying it. And here's the deal. If that dress up here where it says $37.99, if it had said it was $62, you know what? I would have bought it. I would have. But I just feel like there was a lot of deception going on here. A lot. So that was back in May. And I got it very timely. I actually placed the order on May the 16th, and I had it in probably a week to 10 days. So it's a lot of tax. So just beware of what you're ordering online. Thank you for watching. I know I'm getting ready to have a really fun week with Danny and Mel. I can't wait to see them. To be young. To be young. If I could be young and know what I know today. I'm pretty sure they feel like they know as much as I do. But I know they don't. I know they don't. They're pretty neat girls. But nah, we have that on them, ladies. We have knowledge and wisdom. But we can go back and think about all those fun times when we were young and single and had the world right here waiting for us. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll be kind. Be kind to yourself so that you can be kind to others. Know that I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.